Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the Friendly Vibes.
Coming to you live for a very special Sean Dabs for the Fans throwback episode.
Oh my God.
And we're coming from TSS Studios, Universidad, Top Shelf Studios. I am joined. My name is Sean Conley. Welcome to the show. I'm not really good with the whole introduction thing. Right at the top, if you want to support the show, go to Patreon. If you want to support me, buy the satirical book, Things Trump Knows Best. It's blank bound pages. You can find it on Amazon. And hopefully it brings you some laughter in this post-election world that we are now living in. My guest today.
Pretty funny.
A very funny gentleman himself. Another dab king. Finally here in studio. Jacob Humphries.
It's me. I'm Jacob, and I like the dabs. The hash belongs to me.
You can find him and follow him on Instagram at Crash Compactor.
I will be 100% honest.
What's the story behind that at?
All right, so it's Trash Compactor. And it's spelt very stupid. It's not spelt correctly, okay? And I always thought it was spelt phonetically. And then Evan Joe was like, that's wrong. And I'm like, cool, I'll listen to you, Evan. I'll listen to you. So it's C-H-R-A-S-H. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, C-H, choo-choo, right? Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-chia, right? So trash, C-H-R-A-S-H, trash. But I mean, ever since I started my TikTok page back in 2018, I have nonstop being called Crash Compactor.
Trash Compactor. That makes sense now.
And honestly, Crash Compactor sounds more homey to me.
I'll tell you the truth. This morning, I was like, I want to confirm this for my notes. Search Crash Compactor. Now it's coming up. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Where is he?
Like, oh, search
there's
Jacob
an
Humphries.
H in there, dude.
Search Jacob Humphries.
There's an H in Humphries as well.
There it is.
First word. First letter. Hey, I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not high yet, which is honestly terrifying.
We're going to get here off the rip. We've got a little heater here. It's very cold today, so if you're hearing the heater...
It's extremely cold.
We're trying to stay alive in the Siberian wilderness that is Colorado.
You'll be okay if you hear the heater. You know, worse things have happened. You'll be okay if you hear the torch.
We're doing some science here in the studio.
We are doing science. We're scientists.
This is the right of all Americans that live in, freer states than some.
Yeah, than South Carolina. Get fucked, South Carolina. I used to be a criminal. Now I just go to a store behind a King Soopers and spend way too much money.
Well, yeah. I mean... You're probably giving some of it to the state, too. You're a wreck, aren't you?
I am fixing the holes in the street.
Okay, you're helping the schools.
I am a medical patient as well, but I will buy wreck here and there.
Yeah,
depends on what you can find on the markets.
You go like, let's help schools today.
You know what? I'm feeling generous.
I saw a kid holding a sign recently. Let's go get some wreck.
That kid was wearing flip-flops. It's 30 degrees outside. I need to go get some wreck weed. So I'm a huge hash proponent. I love hash. Now, if the listeners, they're not really up to speed on the whole cannabis thing, hash is a type of marijuana concentrate that is made without using any extra chemicals. So no butane, no propane, no CO2. We're talking ice water, heat, pressure. That's it, baby.
Well, not all hashes.
Some hash. Mainly all hash is
solventless?
Used without solvents.
Yep.
You will have butane hash oil, which is BHO, which people will...
It's very less common, you're right, than it used to be.
And
rightly so.
Through time, absolutely rightly so. It is much better for you. It's better for your lungs. I personally, I deal with really bad asthma. So I like to smoke something that's never been introduced with like a solvent, butane, propane, CO2, anything like that. So when it comes to solventless, it's nicer for me on my lungs. And you're going to hear me die.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
That's just him. That's a him thing.
It's a me thing.
He watched me take it, inhale it, hold it in, and then not really
cough a single bit. And I'm like, well, that's not going to happen for me.
It's a problem. It's probably a problem.
It's a problem. I have a huge problem.
The best lungs.
I have the tiniest lungs, the smallest lungs. Frankly, I don't even think I have any lungs.
They're just kidneys.
I have 2 kidneys right where my lungs should be.
The hash gets processed through my kidneys.
I think this is probably hot enough so I'm gonna go in on it.
Let's do it.
Do your thing, man.
For the fans.
Talk about what
I'm
you're
gonna
eating.
play by play. Oh,
Here we
taps
go.
on the side, drops it in. We've got a little bit of a halo rip and a ball action. It's how it's made.
Guys, it was way too cold.
It's so much colder than he thought.
So much colder than I thought.
What will he do?
I will heat it up again.
Through a complicated process of twisting and sparking,
Here's the thing.
He finds a way to reheat the nail.
You don't want to hit the wax with the fire because it will light on fire. Like, this whole banger will go up in flames. I'm heating the top of this glass, so when I do inhale, right? I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but when I do inhale, the wax will be pulled up into this glass. So this glass up here is a lot hotter than the glass down here.
And so that little bit of wax that you're pulling up, they come through little holes in the bottom. Oh. And those balls are just little great balls of fire. Banger balls? What do we call those?
Pearls?
Pearls.
Terp pearls.
Terp pearls. I love, dude. Weed culture's fun. Why not? How can you not like America? It's like vanity plates. You know, how can you not like a vanity plate? Right? I pay $29 extra a year, whatever, to get a vanity plate. Come on, that's America.
I wanted the black one, and they were like, "You know how much money that is?" I'm like, never mind. I'll take the regular.
How
plate.
much is the black one?
I think it's like $100 a month.
Jesus, a month, a year.
Get
probably.
out of here.
That's still crazy. But dude, I had to fight the state for my license plate, and that's worth doing it, right? That's
so sorry.
Fighting the state over any free speech thing. They're like, you can't have those letters in that order on that plate.
Get fucked.
And I'm like, yes, I can. And they're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, here's a letter. And they're like, you still can't. And I'm like, here's one more letter. And they're like, all right, fine.
All right, that's fine. That's good.
I wanted an intolerable based license plate.
Now, what is your license plate?
It's INTALLR. Intoler. Thank you. It's fun, right? That's America.
That's
why not?
good, dude.
I did it way back, before it was still audio podcast back in those days.
That is an amendment right there. That's got to be in the Constitution.
I mean, dude, it's worth every penny in my
100%.
I'll work a third job to keep up the vanity plate.
Keep the vanity plate.
It's fun, dude. That's fun. That's just fun stuff.
Yeah, I want my vanity plate whenever I do get one, because I'm planning on getting one. I want mine to say juicy.
I think you should do
juicy or sweet.
No, those will be taken. So you got to. That's the thing about vanity plates.
And that's the hard thing. You need to find something that's not been taken.
Right. So I'm thinking like a CRH CMPT.
Okay.
I don't know. Or
that's good. No, that's good. That's just shortening it.
Oh.
It's like
JACOFF.
Jacoff.
Jackoff. That's
Let's
a fun
go.
one. Or
not bad.
Or you could do Jacob with two B's. That's fun.
Yeah, CAB. Jacob. ACAB.
Yeah, I'm sure that's taken.
Yeah.
Or not allowed. One of the two. Probably allowed but taken in Colorado.
Allowed but taken. Yeah, in the Aurora area.
I mean, someone downtown's probably got that plate.
I am like, that was such a bad idea for me to take a dab, because now I'm like, I
love it. People
so I can't breathe.
So you saw me do it, and I keep talking and like start. He's like, yeah, this will be fine. Like we just off the rip.
Dude, I'm so hot.
So typically what I do is I go, let's have if someone's like a smoker hanging, whatever. I'll be like, let's, film, and then we'll eat, and then we'll smoke, and then after hours segment. And then typically people just fall off in that after hours segment. You're being brave off the rip.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting right into it. I'm just getting real hot and slimy all over in the
full circle though, bunch of illegals.
And we're in it.
Full circle though, bunch of. Do you have a soundboard?
Oh, dude, that's Nick Dean.
Full circle though, bunch of illegals.
Thank you, Nick. Not anymore. Nick Dean.
Full circle though, bunch of illegals.
My favorite job. It's so fun. I also like this. This is my English professor from high school.
Liberals are, they don't give a damn about the money that is spent.
Lifelong liberal from Boulder.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
From Boulder, too.
Yeah, good guy. Here's a great question posed from a guest that's now been, his episode's been vaulted.
Do you have a philosophy?
Great question. Great sound drop.
What's vaulted mean?
Do you have a philosophy?
He just asked me to take it down, so I took it down.
It's giving height.
What's giving hype?
Height.
Height. Okay,
It's
yeah.
giving height.
It's you?
That's, I mean, it's whenever I press
It's
this,
giving height.
it's whatever that is.
Oh,
What other fun
man.
ones do we have?
Dude, my heart height's gonna be like 3'4".
Oh, I like this.
Gushy, wushy, gay shit.
That's just fun.
Gushy wishy gay shit is
You
good.
meat purified man.
Telvin's just good at any level.
You meat purified man.
Who doesn't like Telvin?
Meat purified?
You meat purified me.
Oh, your meat purified.
Come sit down.
Thanks, Grandpa. We will. All right, I'm calm down on the board.
That's impressive. You've got all of those,
I have more I need to import over, but
and you know which one is which.
I really just need to have like an extension and like an iPad or something. I need to have a production. They're just not here today. So that
Jamie,
means,
will you
just so
pull up what's
because the production is not here, your wings will be better. It's
Oh.
this new theory of the pod. Whenever production is here, the
That's
wings
cool.
are like the best they've ever been.
That's cool.
So-
I like that. I'm very excited. I love chicken wings. I haven't eaten anything all day, so that'll be fun.
Hell yeah!
It's also only like 12:45 in the afternoon, so
It's going to be lunchtime.
it's gonna be lunchtime.
We're ready. It's about 10 minutes.
It's
so-
gonna be lunchtime. I don't wake up until like way too late in the afternoon. When
Are you a night owl kind of guy?
yeah, usually because I've-
Pre-comedy too, or
yeah, because I've been in the service industry since I was like 16
Gotcha.
years old. So from 16, I was like a busser here and there, and then 17, 18. By the time I was 18, I got into the hairstylist industry. So I went to a technical or a vocational high school
nice? Okay.
for cosmetology.
Did you grow up here?
No, South Carolina,
Oh, that's right. Sorry,
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Yeah,
Myrtle Beach.
yeah. Be sorry, because it sucked. All right.
Isn't that where like people in bad places go to vacation? Myrtle Beach.
If you're like not rich enough to pay for Florida, Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is like leaving an ashtray outside full of cigarettes and then it rains.
So people from Ohio like it.
Yeah. Oh, they love it. Dude, Dayton, people from Dayton,
Dude,
they fucking
they're like,
love
this
it.
must be Disneyland.
This is, oh my God. We got to come here more often. They end up moving there. No, 20 years in Myrtle Beach, and it sucked. I don't blame my parents, because I'm originally from England.
You blame the system.
I blame the system. I blame the American government. I am a dual citizen, so I have American citizenship as well as British citizenship.
Oh,
So I am
so
a-
that's why you look like this. Okay,
That's
that makes
exactly
so
why I
much
look like
sense.
this.
I was like, this guy cannot not be British.
No, 100%. Whenever you're at the end, I was going to wait, and you're like, have you ever heard of a country called England? And I'm
Oh,
like,
brother.
you're not going to believe this, okay? Yeah, so I was born in Huddersfield, which is in Yorkshire.
Okay.
Um,
And for someone who's not as geographically educated as I should be about England, but a good visual thinker,
Yeah.
where's Yorkshire?
so, like, let's say London,
Okay.
right? Really, really populated city.
Right.
It's maybe 4 or 5 hours by train
Wow.
outside of London.
To the north?
In a direction.
In a direction. I like it.
Yeah. So, like, around.
They'll keep going,
Yeah,
and then
if
you get there.
keep going a certain way, like, I would definitely look it up on like a supercomputer if you were there and you had to get there.
Right.
But I would say, yeah, it's not in London, but it's 4 or 5 hours away from it, either north, south, east, or west.
So, like in the country then, or
I would say more out in the sticks. Yeah,
more in the sticks?
more out in the sticks.
But Yorkshire's a fairly big city.
Now Yorkshire, I would say. Now you're also talking to somebody that left at 2 or 3. That only went back in 2018 after high school.
Oh. Well,
And,
we don't need to talk about losers. We're about to come up on 250 of that, kind of solid type of deal. Independence.
Oh, wait, I'm so lost.
We're about to hit our 250th birthday as America.
Oh, really?
In 2026.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
250 years of
Yeah.
America.
So since Trump won, we're gonna have gold-plated tanks and like the 9 yards.
Dude, I mean, we're going to have
Otherwise, we
everything.
would have had land acknowledgements and have to sacrifice some blood from white people or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We would have had to get rid of
So
a
thank
couple of
goodness we
whites.
get have a proud celebration of our
Yeah.
independence.
Yeah, no, and like I honestly I don't like what England did.
Taxing the T2%. I don't like how we're being taxed at 40 now. And not,
I just don't think it was cool.
when are we going to pour the Black Rock into the river? Is my question.
Black Rock Coffee.
Well, I mean, they're just.
Oh, you mean Black Rock?
I'm saying.
I thought you were talking about the coffee company.
We're not really upset about systems behind tea taxes, and now we're not really upset about systems behind everything taxes.
If you think about it, like imagine just the water and the fish in the water, and they're just so confused because everything's tea now.
Nothing had been tea before.
Nothing had been tea before. It was all just water before.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, they're just like, is something steeping?
Do you guys feel steeped?
Do you guys feel steeped right now? I feel like I'm getting steeped.
Hey,
And
Greg.
you're looking around and you're like, is it getting darker down here right now?
Greg's like upside down.
And it's just- dude, are there a bunch of PG tips in the ocean right now? Yeah, no, it's crazy. England's
The fish started doing Pallet City comedy down there because all the things formed a little pallet down there, like doing open mics.
They're like, so it's good to be here in the ocean. They would actually be like,
tea today, huh?
it's good to be here in the ocean. I'm a fish. I don't know why I'm from New Zealand.
Not quite American yet, am I? But
Oh yeah, I'm a fish. Yeah. Or don't know why they put all the tea in the ocean. Yeah.
right. You guys got
Oh
a
my
water
God.
bottle
A water bottle.
down here.
See, I like rubbish.
Rubbish is a fun one.
Mom always used to say rubbish. Mum.
Did they
always
both
used to
were
say
they
rubbish.
both born in England?
Mom.
Both your parents?
Mum, England. So
England.
she's an English citizen, and she's not an American citizen. I don't know what her I don't know where her legal status is. To where I know she's not illegal because she's a teacher. She's worked in America for the past 20 years. She's got a green card. She's done all of it. I have my citizenship. My sister Isabel, who is my middle sister, she was born in the British West Indies. So she was born in Little Cayman, in the Cayman Islands, right? So she's got a British West Indies citizenship as well as an American citizenship. So she's dual citizen, but for the British West Indies. So for me, we did all of the paperwork necessary.
Who's the boss of the British West Indies?
I mean, I think that they're
Do they answer to Britain?
don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure when she was alive, Queen Elizabeth
okay,
was.
so they're part of the crown.
So I'm pretty sure they're part of the crown.
Crown Protectorate or whatever it's
but
called.
I could be 100%
Oh,
wrong.
I'm not going to look it up. We don't have production. This is a dab episode. We're not doing research. You kidding me?
We're going to be wrong on everything. This
Don't
is a
listen
dab
to us.
episode.
Do your
Come
own
on.
research. Come on.
Yeah, no, look it up while you're listening.
This is an entertainment product, not factual
Not
information.
factual. No,
Remember
no.
this.
Yeah, coming straight from the
This is
Daily Wire.
Triple X nudity in the audio form. That's an old sound drop. Triple X nudity in the audio form.
That's crazy. That sounds like real trap shit.
Yeah.
That's,
Triple X nudity in the audio form. You're listening to you.
you've listened to boobies.
You just saw. You just heard tits.
You just heard pussy. How was that for your first time, nerd?
How's that clit sound in your ear?
Is it wet and juicy?
Jeez. Let's hope these wings are wet and juicy.
Come on now.
A
That's
couple
what I'm
more minutes,
talking
we're
about.
Almost there.
I have to cough so bad, but I don't.
You can. Embarrassing.
I have such bad asthma. It's insane. And I shouldn't have taken a fucking dab right before. I will be taking one or two
I mean, yeah.
after we eat wings before we get back to recording so I could just be really stoned. And I can go outside and cough my lungs up and not have to worry about, you know? Yeah, no, so
you grew up in South Carolina.
I grew up in Myrtle Beach. It was asshole.
And
Yeah.
did you start comedy out there then?
No, started out here.
And when did you move out here?
So I moved out here October of last year.
Okay.
So
wow.
I've been here for about a year and a month.
And how old are you?
I am 24.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, good on you for getting going.
Thanks, man.
And you're in one of the best scenes, top 5 scenes in the country for it. So
100%.
I wish I would have been
I didn't
that
know.
young and going at it in a scene that hard.
I mean, and
you're gonna be
even now as 24, I'm like, man, I wish I started at 18. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can be like. No. I wish I created a scene in Myrtle Beach, dude. The fact that I didn't know it was so easy to be able to just start an open mic.
Speak to because I think young people, and this is an important part of I think what drove some of the votes in this election.
Are those the wings?
These are the wings. We're gonna have to stop.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna continue this, but you got to check out. I'm gonna have to record us for a little premium Patreon eating episode. So hop over to the Patreon. I'll finally get to it in
that'll
post.
Be fun.
But it's going to be a fun one, so you're going to want to check that out. You're listening. This is our signature station identification. We'll be right back. You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit, was that another plane? We'll be right back. We're back. We're live, and this is going to be a long after-hours show. How are those wings, brother?
Oh, they're so yummy, man. Very yummy. Had some, I said a little heat and he got worried because I told him I didn't like spicy. But no, very flavorful. Sweet baby Raymonds. All over them. Covered
Covered them.
Covered.
Sucks.
Covered
Just
and smothered.
smothered and covered.
Smothered and covered, brother.
So
Come
good.
on.
So what do you give them out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah,
I'm honestly, like, honest rating,
an honest rating.
they were... See, and here's the thing where what I really liked about them, I'm not a big chicken wing guy. And when I say that, I don't mean I'm not a big chicken wing guy. I'm not a big chicken wing guy. So when they're fucking massive, like sometimes I get wings at Wide Right and they're like big thickums,
Like
dude.
this chicken never got off the dip bar.
Like, dude, he was in prison. He
Yeah.
was working out. He was part of like a good gang. You know, one of them that just like health conscious.
Well, we like to say he was the chicken that like no one in the prison of the chickens like fucked with.
No,
because
no,
he's
no.
over on the dip bar all the time.
All the time. And if anything, if one chicken who was very smart wasn't as big was to go into the prison, that chicken would be the one he immediately goes to, kicks the shit out of him because he's the biggest chicken in the yard.
Yeah.
So those thickums for me are like, it's just like, I don't know what about it, but I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Doesn't fuck with you.
But
Doesn't vibe.
yours were like good size, dude.
Good,
they were
cool.
they were nice. They were I want to say tiny, but I feel like tiny.
They were smaller. I got the pack from Safeway, and it was the one where you're gonna cut them up yourself.
Yeah, and
So-
but they were like
But they were good size.
they were perfect size for me. Also,
Have you had smoked chicken wings before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to work in a barbecue restaurant back in South Carolina.
Oh, geez. So you're going to be qualified to give us a good rating here, an objective rating.
An objective rating, and they smoke their chicken wings, and I've got smoked chicken wings now at the restaurant I work at now.
Geez. Now I'm scared.
At Campfire in Lakewood, shout out, they're great. But dude, yours were probably like 8.9.
Oh,
I'm talking 8.9 out of 10.
ow!
Yeah, they were really good. And like mine at my work, I'll be real. Love Brian, love my chef. They're never gonna see this.
No, Brian.
Those wings are like 6.8.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think they're too smoky. They also smoke their stuff. They smoke their brisket and their pork for about 16 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Low and slow.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, I don't know how long the chicken goes for, but
Not
they're
that long.
real fucking smoky, dude. They're
Yeah.
real smoky
Yeah.
to the point where like and they're also big. So like to the point where
when you have bigger and you can go lower and slower, it's like, ooh.
sometimes when I eat them, I'm just like, this is too much, just like smoke, you know? It's like somebody was just like smoking a Marlboro Red, like, and just blowing it on my wing and then handing it to me, you know?
Oh my goodness.
No, that's for comical effect.
Well, thank you, dude.
They don't taste like
It's
that. But
great to have you here.
no,
I'm glad you got to enjoy the chicken wings.
they were really good. I'm not even a comedian. I just wanted chicken. No, they were really good.
I do think I need to rebrand. You're so welcome. I need to rebrand as the best speakeasy for chicken wings.
Which I think is like, I mean, you get a lot of weirdos in here just having to sit on your couch, talk to them.
I'm not doing that. But
Okay, but yeah,
I'm
no,
just saying, like, as like a kind of.
100%. Don't just sell the wings to anybody.
No.
You have to be a special type of person.
Well, it's hard to get into speakeasies.
Yeah,
You got to get
absolutely.
invited.
You got to be able to know the knock. You know,
Invite only speakeasy for chicken wings.
It's like, hey, want to come to my speakeasy? It's tonight at 11, dude.
That's funny. You're right. That's so dumb.
Yeah, man. No, it was really yummy. I took a dab.
We re-upped. We're equipped to really get into aliens in this after hours.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Really
No, I
get
think
into-
there's an eyelash in my eye, so I'm like fucking freaking out. I'm over here in a little box. I feel like it's cool. What's up with
Speaking of boxes, so we talked a little bit about where you came from,
Yeah.
but we didn't really dig into it.
No.
What was it like growing up in the South?
I mean,
Myrtle Beach. What
okay.
would you call it? You had a great, some great lines for it earlier.
Myrtle Beach, yeah. So I like to say it's like growing up in a place where, like you leave an ashtray outside, and there's a bunch of like half smoked cigarettes, and like in my mind they're Winston's, right? Because Winston's are not good, right? They're not good. They're the cigarette that you smoke because you have to, right? Like that's the one that you have. And
Right.
you can't get any other cigarettes, so you have to smoke this. They're not good. They're nobody's first choice unless you're like something's wrong.
There's not a choice involved in this outcome
exactly.
type of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no. You bought a gun for you. And-
People were driven to this clearly. This didn't just happenstance.
yeah. So like a bunch of half-smoked Winstons in an ashtray. You leave it outside on the porch. This is not a covered porch. Okay, this is an outdoor porch, just a piece of cement outside a door. That's it. 2 chairs and a table. There's no gazebo. There's no nothing. So you're leaving this ashtray out there, and it's raining, and this ashtray is getting full, you know? And there's like almost like a swamp water that's been created with the half-smoked Winston stewing in the ashes.
I'd have to imagine that's toxic.
It's just not good for animals. You know, and yeah,
you're an animal. It's not good for you.
So that's where I grew up.
The land where the water's not good for the animals. Fair enough.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, don't drink the hose. Is what I'm trying to say.
Non-potable.
Yeah. You can't have a garden. I know you want one, but it's got to be an inside plant wind seal only. You know, like
non-potable might be a good episode name. If I don't do the Sean Dabbs Crash Compactor crossover, I'm gonna go with the non-potable.
Non-potable. You cannot use this soil. It's unfertile. It's bad.
Don't watch this. This is just...
It's non-potable. Yeah, no, it's basically swampland, like where I grew up. Like, they just built on top of a swamp. It's called Carolina Forest in Myrtle Beach. And it is... I would say it's maybe roughly 10 to 15 minute drive away from the beach itself. But this beach is like... You go up to your ankles and you can't see your toes. And you're like, let's go home. You know?
Gotcha.
Let's not even spend a day here.
Not pristine water. Not clear. You catch some strays in your feet if you walk.
Absolutely. The kids like to play in the runoff from sewers that run directly into the ocean, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Whenever it rained and there was a big storm afterwards, that was their favorite time to get down there and get dirty.
So did you like the outdoors or not?
I mean, I did. I liked the outdoors. I played in the woods a lot. And then it got to the point where I was... Like, for me as a kid, it was like, okay, play. And then I met my 2 neighbors. And one of my neighbors, the lawn was like I want to say he's like 4 or 5 years older than me, right? And I was like 11 or 12, and I would go hang out with them.
Surely
right?
a good influence.
And then, and one time I went over, and I go, hey, can you play? And he looked right into my eyes. He goes, don't call it play. I can hang out. Changed my life. Changed my fucking life from there on. One, I felt like a dipshit because I had just asked this grown man, this 14-year-old, 16-year-old, however old he was, to play, you know, and I was like 12. So, it
I
eventually...
think there's some beauty in this, though. Hang on. Can we dig down at this for a second?
Yeah, dude.
So, teenagers are very nihilistic and like lost of the world.
Yes.
His conclusion of the world is that you should not seek play.
No.
So this is a bad outlook and operating system to move through life with.
Yeah.
Because play is actually the most important part of your humanhood.
You need play.
And like you need to look at it as play.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
to reframe your mind and say, no, this play is not play. It's the whole no one stops working. Work is everywhere all the time type of thing.
Exactly.
No. You need to acknowledge and appreciate play for play reasons.
For play reasons. You have to have fun. And I looked at it as play all the way up until that moment when he said, it's hang out.
And I don't dig you as a 12-year-old kid for being making the shift of like, no, I have to be like hanging out.
No, I have to hang out. But it was in my mind, I was like, no, I have to be older. I have to be like him. I have to be cool.
And
I have to hang out.
In your early 20s, I feel this I'm 27. I feel this a ton. There's pressure in my friends and pressure in society of like, you need to not be playing. Like conform down, get in the box, do the box.
Be an adult. Be an adult.
That is not healthy to actually being a productive adult.
No.
Is the little super secret fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Is not healthy.
It's not.
It makes you less of a good adult.
Yeah, you can't have, when you just turn off all of the fun switches, it's like, because you have work and you have to like, I have to focus on work. It's just like, you can't have, there are so many times I will run into like, because I see so many people a day, like I work with the public. Like there are so many times where I run into a type of person that is just, I can tell they've turned off their like fun. And it's like, what
just
happened?
Off permanently. Like the pilot light is no longer lit.
It's not on. It's not on. There's no flame, you know? It's just gas. And it's like, they're not, you can do everything you can as that, like, you're a comic, you want to make people laugh, like, you can do everything you can to try and make them laugh, and they just stern-faced. And, you know, some people deal with stuff to where, like, something could have happened in their life to where they're not okay, you know? But I see a lot of people to where they're just, like, they don't and they don't pretend, which is wild too. Like so many people just pretend and they just put on a fake smile, which you can tell.
I have more respect for the people that
I have more respect for the people that don't pretend. It's nice
and don't have fun.
And have
the pilot off.
It's like if you okay, cool. You're to a certain point. Most of them are usually in their they're usually men, and they're usually in their past their 45, 50-year-old mark, right? And they're usually just kind of like, their wives are always cheerful and happy, but I look at them and it's just like something's in there, and it's not alive anymore.
Interesting.
You know, it's wild. It's cool because like I'm in the industry where I see so many people, and I get a case study of so many people every single time I have to talk to some of these people. And sometimes when I come around, I haven't been back at the table for 10, 15 minutes.
You come in the round?
I come in the round.
This guy, my goodness.
I come in the squares, and I come in the triangles. You know what I'm saying? I go back and I say, like, you know, how's everything doing? And is everything tasting all right? And the woman's enthusiastic and all about it. And like, you all right? Can I get you anything? Dead inside.
Like, really? Because I think if I had to put my thumb on it, I completely agree with the pilot light being off people. Those exist. But I think it's women more than men.
Really?
And the people I've seen with my public interactions
really?
that turn off the pilot light.
And I think it might also be like, for instance, are you talking about when you're like at Comedy Works and like you see
just as people? I'm observing people. Yeah.
So like, for instance, you see a lot of. I think in different instances, I'm at a restaurant, right, where
men are paying.
Interesting. They might be getting brought. They might be getting drugged. They might be getting like, you have to come out to me.
Females are getting dragged more.
Complete
That's
opposite.
So funny. Great observation.
In your perspective, to where men are like, but come on, I want to go see him. Like, he's one of my favorite people, and like, I just got us 2 tickets.
That's
like,
an interesting
I just bought
point,
2 tickets for Sam in late November.
So
like,
I'm going to which night? Which show are you going to?
Saturday late show.
Friday late show myself.
Really? Oh, dude, I'm 9:30 at Saturday.
Maybe I might have to buy another ticket and go to Saturday too.
Dude, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
He's the best.
But I got 2, and Ashley, I've probably told her, but it'll get to the point where it's just like, hey, we're going to a comedy show tonight. She's like, okay. Like, she loves comedy. Mm-hmm. Like, and I can't even use her as an example too, because she does like it so much, you know? But like, some people with their wives, they might just be like, I got us 2 tickets, so you have to come. And she's just like, okay.
And you make that's a really good point, because now that I'm thinking about it deeper, just trying to offhand think about it. And again, now memory bias is coming in here and a lot of other things, you know. Don't get in the comments unless you're going to say, is this the least watched podcast in all of the internet? That I found that to be a funny comment, whichever bot posted that.
If you want to say I'm pretty or I'm cute, that's cool as well.
I mean, he's very pretty and cute, so that would be accurate comments.
And you don't even have to comment it anymore. Sean already said it. I already got it for today.
My point being, I think it's rather funny to me that when I do drill down and think about it, at the female comedian shows where per capita probably the husbands or male partners are being dragged per capita more
to the female comedian shows. Like if Kelsey Cook comes
now. Yeah. So now I'm thinking about those shows. Maybe it's completely driven on that sense.
Yeah.
Of like, what is the event? What is the thing that's happening? What's the thing that's happening?
Yeah. Who's
Why are the people in the place?
Yeah.
Are they there to get dinner?
Yeah.
Are they there to see a comedy show? What's the premise of that? And then, yeah, that's wow. Yeah, you're so right about that.
It is wild too, because like I didn't think I would be right about anything today. So like that's cool. But
come on now.
I think that I see people whenever I see a couple. It looks most of the time it looks like she wanted to go out, you know, and he's like, well, I'm coming because here's my card.
Right.
You know, and it's not every time.
Sure.
It's not every time.
Pretty low capita.
100%. If we're talking a percentage out of 100, maybe 8.
Yeah,
very
low.
Very low. But like most of the people that I serve are families or couples or, you know, people on dates and stuff or friends that are coming out. And then sometimes you just get those people that are like, you don't want to be here. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, that's a weird way to walk through life to me.
It's so wild, and it's weird for me because it's like I don't know why am I seeing that?
Do you think there's reproach for those? I know we were like joking about the pilot light being off, but like, do you think they're, you know, not to paint with a broad brush, but we kind of have to when we're just doing these thought experiments. Do you think there's a reproach for people that have kind of like pulled back from fun that far in life? Do they have a way to find it again or get back in your eyes?
I mean, maybe if is the problem then them not putting effort towards finding anything?
Not engaging. Right.
Like there's so many things out in the world where it's like there is gotta be something that makes somebody happy. You can't go through life.
It's fascinating to me, right? You have to be an NPC to not go out and find.
You just have to be okay.
Especially with the internet now.
You see so much shit every day. Like that's how I got into climbing. Like that's how I got into fucking rock climbing.
I still connect you with one of my buddies who's a local big rock climbing guy.
Really?
Yeah. You're a nice guy. You love this family. They're all rock climbers.
Really?
They're great. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. No. I now I go out and I go to the gym. Like I didn't used to do that, but I saw fucking a bunch of videos.
Do you do outdoor stuff too, or?
I only climb indoors. Me and my girlfriend got a membership to like Movement, and we just go.
Well, next summer, make sure that you come. Remind me.
Yeah, that would be.
We're gonna connect you with.
That'd be a fun.
Get some outdoor climbing in,
dude. Yeah. No, I've never done outdoor climbing, but it seems very fun. Like outdoor bouldering, whenever you put the mats down and stuff.
Exactly.
That's fucking sick.
So fun.
But
best place in the world to do it. I mean,
in Colorado, dude, fucking maybe even Boulder.
I used to hike in El Dorado Canyon, which is like one of the people come from all over the world to do, you know, belay climbing outdoors.
Really?
There.
Yeah. When I first visited Colorado, which was like 3 years ago, which was like made me come here to move here. I came for like maybe a week and a half, and we went.
Road trip, or did you fly in?
Oh, we flew in. Yeah, we flew in, got a hotel, and then rented a Jeep.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we drove everywhere and spent too much money on a vacation, but we knew we wanted to live here afterwards. And whenever we went like on a fucking hike up to like a waterfall or something, and we looked up and there were people like fucking high up on the side of a mountain, fucking belaying with ropes and like climbing up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people, but I would never do anything like that, you know? And now, like, I don't do anything like that. I go to a gym. Like, I boulder at a gym. I don't even belay. I don't even do ropes. Like, I just boulder, right? I just free climb. So, but I free climb over...
Is that just to, like, train to get away from the police, or...?
Mainly to, get over fences. I like to...
Are you Spider-Man?
I am...
I really want to dig into this.
I am not Spider-Man. I do get very sad after watching Spider-Man. I don't know if anybody else has this feeling, but like those movies depress me. Those movies fucking make me sad.
I don't know if I've revisited as an adult.
Spider-Man? Like any Spider-Man movie. If it's a movie about Spider-Man, I will end that movie deeply upset.
About Spider-Man?
No, about me not being fucking Spider-Man. I'm not Spider-Man. The fact that I'm not Spider-Man makes me want to kill myself.
That's the part.
I want to fucking die. Yeah.
Like,
no, after watching Spider-Man, I'm like, okay, so everything could be good. So everything could be fun. And that's not...
I don't think the premise of Spider-Man
and it's not, that's not how it's supposed to be, but that's how it hits me. I'm like, so my parents could die, I could be raised by my aunt and my uncle, then my uncle could die, and then I could get all of this power, and then I could save the city? I could fucking save the city?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to school the next day.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Batman, so I totally understand your perspective.
Dude, straight up. Like, I could be a billionaire, and I could decide to save Gotham, which is like this... Okay, it needs a lot more
the idea
done.
of a lair, personally. The lair vibes are sick.
A giant dinosaur for no reason. I press
on a bookshelf, and I go down an elevator, and hell yeah, sign me up.
How do you even get maintenance done on that elevator?
Dude.
You have to kill the maintenance man.
Alfred do it, dude.
Dude, Alfred is such a fucking jack of all trades.
He must make everything a year.
So much.
What is he? He must know enough that he can't be fired.
Alfred's made so much money, he's passed Bruce Wayne's, like whole, like, however much money Bruce Wayne has.
His net worth.
Yeah, thank you. Adult with words in his brain. He's passed Bruce Wayne's net worth tenfold, I think. Alfred's been paid so much for so many years. Bruce has been busy fighting crime. He hasn't even been investing in stock, you know? I think Alfred's probably going to be taking over Gotham Enterprises.
Well, that's why Alfred dies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rip Alfred.
Rip. Poor one out for poor Alf.
Have you seen the... are you a big comic book reader?
I used to be into comic books. I found an old stash I have.
So there's a new comic book that's like a new series that's coming out in DC. It's called Absolute.
Okay.
And then there's Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman. There's going to be an Absolute Martian Manhunter. And they've already released Batman.
What does that mean?
So it's just like a whole different line of... It's like an Elseworld series in like a different universe where these superheroes are different. Wonder Woman grows up in hell. She's the daughter of like a demon in hell, right? She's not from Themyscira.
Wow.
Superman's family on Krypton. Like Krypton in this universe is based on class. It's a class system. So there's like the science people in Krypton. They're at the top. The workers, like the labor force, are at the bottom. That's the S symbol. That stands for the labor force in this universe, right?
Okay.
And the top, there's like a sun, and they're harvesting energy from the red sun. That's what blows up Krypton. The labor force sends Kal-El to Earth, and he becomes Superman on Earth. But Batman is poor. Yeah, so Batman grows up in the foster care system.
Oh, see, I gotta read this. It sounds great.
Oh, it's really cool. And Thomas Wayne isn't his dad. Thomas Wayne is his teacher, I think. It's either his dad and his teacher, but he is a teacher. He's not like, they're not rich. He's a teacher. Martha Wayne, still alive. And it's wild. He's a big fucking brute force dude, and his Batman symbol comes off of his chest and hooks up to a pole, and it becomes an axe.
I mean,
it's wild. It's fucking crazy. But
that's sick. That sounds like a fun storyline.
Yeah, it's dope. I got super high. Now I'm just thinking about Absolute Batman.
Comics. This guy's he's gone. He's gone into the Absolute universe.
I'm in the Absolute universe, dude.
So you, since moving out here, you got into climbing. What other Colorado-esque things
I'm smoking a lot of weed.
Did you adopt? Well, yeah, but you came here for that.
I did come here for that. I mean, honestly, really just like, now I'm climbing. Other than that, it's like...
Do you host any mics around town?
Mm-mm. Nope, I did one show at a dispensary.
You got so high they didn't want you back? How'd you pull that off?
No, it actually went pretty well for the first show. I mean, for the only show that they've ever had on it was upstairs at the center on Broadway. And there was, good Lord. There was a...
center, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it's like it's an old firehouse, and it's a dispensary there, and there's like this upstairs that's kind of like empty, and they had a perfect room for comedy, and they had like a bunch of chairs. Probably turned off. Bunch of chairs that they brought. It was a really good show.
I don't think I got any. That's all right. Does it? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's still in there.
I wait for it to buzz, right?
So hold it straight up. I think it just buzzed. You can hit it now.
Okay.
And then, super light inhale right into the chest. And then out through like a hole, whichever hole you desire. You just fart it out, dude.
That's a fun party trick.
This is great. This is an awesome little fucking...
So what is that called again? That's sick.
This is
the future, right?
The Puffco Pivot.
Pivot.
The Pivot.
This is the basketball edition of the Puffco.
Yeah, dude, the Pivot. It is basically a portable dab rig that doesn't have any water or anything.
Are you sponsored by any like companies?
I feel
not.
Like
you should. I feel like they should get on your.
I would love to. There's a comic, Frank Castillo. He's sponsored by Puffco.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did a guest spot at a show called Laugh Your Hash Off, which is at Tetra Lounge.
Nice.
And it was, he was headlining, and Puffco was there because I'm friends with a couple of the dudes that work for Puffco Support. So they run the Puffco support app on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So like the page that they run there, like basically posts everything about Puffco and stuff. But
There it is.
it was super cool. There it is. Good Lord. Yeah, no, it was awesome. And Frank is fucking sick. He's a very, very fun comic.
I don't know what I caught him doing, but I was with him on a show or something.
So he was doing roast battle. He was judge for one of the roast battles. That's a fun color. It's like a nice, like a coastal blue.
Coastal blues, right?
It's good, isn't it? It does taste like sunscreen.
I'm coastal blown away. Tastes like sunscreen. He wants me to try this because he says it tastes like sunscreen.
It's one of my favorite Red Bulls. It's coconut berry.
How can you say it's your favorite and it tastes like sunscreen? That seems like we need to... There's a story there. Did you used to eat sunscreen?
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad when I say it tastes like sunscreen. You know what I'm saying? It just gives me a bit of a scent of like a Bahama Jack.
It does have a
Panama Jack?
What's the one with the orange bottle?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Is it spray? Or is it
no.
It's cream?
Well, you mean, I'm
orange
cream.
bottle, blue lid.
Yeah, exactly.
Orange bottle, blue lid. That's how I know what chemicals out of the sink that I'm allowed to drink.
This totally tastes like sunscreen and is absolutely disgusting. I'm talking about Banana Boat.
Banana Boat.
This
so
tastes
good,
exactly like Banana Boat smells.
It tastes like it smells.
It's horrible.
It's really good.
Horrible.
Now there's a frosted vanilla Red Bull in your living room. Is that yours?
I got that this morning.
Okay, have you had that before?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
So that one tastes like a blue Go-Gurt.
See, that sounds better than this.
But here's the thing. Same color.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it doesn't taste like freaking Banana Boat. Dude, that's wild. It totally tastes like Banana Boat.
It tastes like sunscreen. Hand to God, dude.
Ugh.
It's my favorite one.
I mean, I'm not trying to yuck any of your yum.
No. My yum is yuck. my yum is very yuck.
It tastes like it. Let me tell you.
It's not good, but I love it, dude. It's dear to my heart. It was the summer edition back in 2019.
Okay.
And they kept it around because they know old Jacob loves it.
It's those incessant messages you keep sending to their corporate support.
I've sent a lot of envelopes full of a secret white powder to Red Bull Co.
A reductionary of the cocoa.
Yeah,
whatever
dude.
It is. Coconut, whatever.
No, it's anthrax.
Oh, dude.
It's pretty much just cornstarch.
Have you climbed any 14ers?
No, fuck that. I got asthma, son.
I feel like you could do it.
I know, but I'll drive up one.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know? Now, I've never done that. I don't know if I'm like super outdoorsy.
Did you play any sports growing up?
Not a sports guy.
Not a sports guy. Fair
Not
enough.
a sports guy. No.
Skater? Ever a skater?
Yes.
Clearly. Look at that.
Yeah, I skated a lot whenever I was younger, but I eventually fell out of it. I went to D Park a few times when I lived downtown.
Nice.
Just while I was around, you know? It was like, may as well. I'm here.
Yeah, dude.
You know? It's a good park.
Are you still living downtown?
No, I am. I moved out to...
You don't have to get too specific.
No, like Lakewood area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's quiet, Hispanic.
Good food, then.
I mean, dude, it smells so good when I get home. It either smells like my neighbor's house, they're always cooking, like frying fish, or they're making something, dude. Like, usually their windows are open and their windows are right next to their kitchen. So, like, I'm always smelling their shit when I'm walking past. Or all the vents from the basement lead out to the porches of everybody's door, and I have to walk past like 4 or 5 doors to get to my door.
Mm-hmm.
So it either smells like really good food or laundry all the time.
That is quite the combo.
It's not bad.
Food
I love
and laundry.
it. It's quiet. It's nice. I used to live in Lodo, so I lived right next to a fire department.
Oh, wow.
Fire
that
station?
sounds super loud.
It sucked. And I lived on 18th and Arapahoe, which was it was ass. Yeah. I used to be neighbors with David Bory, though.
Oh, that's fun.
That was cool. Then he moved. I think he got a house, which is good for him.
Good for him, dude.
Yeah, because he lived like downtown too. And I was just like, dude, gotta get out of here, dude. This is not good, dude. And one time I saw him, I'm like, you're David Bory. He's like, yeah, who are you? I'm like, I'm nobody. I'm Jacob, but I'm a huge fan. I love your podcast.
That's great. That's hilarious.
It was super cool. Just being around like Denver was like wild. It's cool for me because like growing up in South Carolina, it's nothing like.
Did you ever get to see live comedy in South Carolina before you came out here?
There is one club in Myrtle Beach, right? And it's called the Comedy Cabana. And the only people that are getting booked there are Zoltan, who is a very funny comic, super cool dude. I've never seen him live, but I know he performs in Myrtle Beach at the Comedy Cabana.
Gotcha.
Right? Or anybody that's been on the country music television channel.
Oh, okay.
If you were on CMT, that's a good enough credential to get on that club.
Really?
100%. There's not an open mic. I think there's one open mic one day out of the year.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do they have a festival or anything there?
Nope.
No festivals? Dang.
Myrtle Beach is fucking dry.
Okay.
And there might be an open mic or two, but I was never to the point where I wasn't like looking to go. I was doing TikTok.
Did you see? Oh, okay. You were in TikTok.
I was doing, whenever I was like becoming like funny, like kind of like understanding, okay, I could make something out of myself for being funny.
Okay.
I was doing TikTok. I was just doing in like.
When did that start
the
for
internet?
you?
Like 2018, I picked it up.
Okay.
I think it was like still Musically when I did it.
How old were you then?
I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah. 2000s when I was born. So whatever year it is, I'm that old.
So you're my sister's age, right?
Yeah. Oh, your sister was born in 2000?
Yeah.
Before 9/11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 9/11 was in 2001.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a fucking idiot.
Sorry, it's the couch.
No, my
eats you
pants
alive.
are too tight. That's why I'm stupid. My brain's getting cut off.
Your lower brain. Can I borrow your battery really quick?
My lower brain? Yeah, dude. Is yours dead?
Yeah, it died on me.
Right on, dude. You're on the views wave.
Trying to quit. It's fucking terrible.
I'm trying to quit too. Yeah, it doesn't
horrible.
work.
No. Well, I'm trying to. Yeah.
This will be one of the roughest podcasts because I'm coughing so much, dude. I'm so sorry.
Not at all. It's all good. I'll do
sorry.
my best to try to maybe mitigate it if I can.
Don't do too much, man. I don't want you to go out of your way to make me sound better.
Well, I would like to if I can. I always try. Come on. My goodness.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
So how long have you been doing comedy now? Like over a year, you said?
I don't think it's been over a year that I've been doing comedy, like getting on the stage. So I moved here in October of last year, and I want to say I got on the stage like February. So yeah, in February it'll be a year. So like 8 or 9 months. I don't know what it is. Maybe.
So you've done TikTok for 6 years then? Yeah,
I did TikTok for a minute. So it started in 2018, and I was just making like little videos, stitching videos here and there. It was like more sketches to where like I would do one side of my face talking this way, the other side of my face talking this way, and it would look like two people talking to each other.
Oh, that's fun.
And I would do just basically like little skits and stuff like that, which eventually would rack up views and stuff. That I would sometimes do like mirror videos where I would just walk into my bathroom and film myself talking into the mirror, which got me attention on that app, right? I built up a following under my first channel, which eventually got like up to 500,000 something followers on TikTok. Yeah, 600,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
And then I was just posting like I got banned off of live streams because I was taking dabs. TikTok does not like fucking smoking, right?
Gotcha.
So if you're getting stoned on a live stream, good luck. You have maybe 5 or 10 minutes before a moderator sees that and bans you from going live ever again.
Really?
On my TikTok now, I cannot go live. I can go to my...
And there's no reproach?
TikTok.
There's no like timeline you can wait to...
Indefinitely.
Wow, that sucks.
Indefinitely. So right now I'm at 161.7. Just lost 100. I just watched it go from 8 to 7.
Don't worry about the numbers.
Exactly. And right now if I went to...
You're 100,000 right now, you said?
160.
Jeez.
Yeah. So you'll no longer be able to go live and join a live as a guest due to violations of community guidelines. Because I
was
smoked
smoking
weed too much. So that was my first channel. I got up to like 500 something thousand followers, and then it got
Completely banned.
Completely deleted off the
Whoa.
app. So they banned my channel. They deleted me. Which in a sense is, I think, what Trump is saying you can't do. You can't take somebody's...
Well, you shouldn't be able to, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to just,
Did they tell you why?
remove... It was because of content violations and community guideline strikes.
Was it reasonable? Were you
It was
doing
mainly-
horrible things?
I mean, no, I wasn't doing horrible things. I was taking dabs.
So no.
So, like, no. But to their guidelines, it was no... There is no allowed use of substances, tobacco, marijuana, anything like that. So they've put it in their guidelines and stuff. But
See that, but that's so. If you put
personally,
tyranny,
I think that it's supposed
if you
to
put
be
tyranny into law, does that make it okay?
exactly. Personally, I don't think that's supposed to be in. Like, I don't think it should be. But
okay,
that's what happened.
That's what happened.
You know,
and then did you build? So you built this back
and
up.
then I just got a new channel. So and that's what I just did. I just kept making channels. So like I've been deleted off of the app maybe 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've had 4 or 5 different
And you
channels.
built them all up.
Yeah. Some of them I've not been deleted. I've been logged out and not been able to get back in. They've just blocked me from getting back in.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I think that's what happened to my one I had going for a bit
And
there.
it sucks because like you
Like, way back in
you
the day.
also don't read the fucking community guidelines. Like you only
Well,
know
again, if they put tyranny in the guidelines, it doesn't really fucking matter if you read the guidelines.
exactly. Like you only know what happens about the guidelines when you get your first strike.
I mean, and to be really honest about it, like let's be real. What it should be is that they should age gate it then.
I think the internet should be age gated.
Yeah, just age gated. It should 100% be age gated.
I don't think kids should be able to access social media.
Yeah,
I think
agreed.
it should be
you
for
should
adults.
get to 18 and
You
then
should get to 18
yes,
and then you should get
100%.
social media.
100%.
That's not
You're
how you
so
get
right about this.
communication skills.
Because then you need to learn how to be a person, and
Yeah,
then you can
and
learn
then
there's
you
this
can learn
other
how-
thing that's not being a person, but it's this other thing.
But it's this other thing. It's not
Because
oh my
now
God.
people are growing up, they're like, this is part of being a person.
It's
It's
not.
like, no, it is not.
It's not. It's not. That's gonna ruin you. That you're gonna.
This was my undergraduate
it's gonna be your
dissertation.
downfall.
Was basically this conclusion.
Really?
Yeah. Happiness economics. I
Yeah.
studied.
No, that shit's fucking insane, dude. If I ever have kids, which I don't want as of now.
Why not?
Oh, I just don't like. My girlfriend has 2 sisters. She's the middle sister of three girls, right? Her older sister has 3 kids. Her younger sister has 2 kids. So she has 5 altogether nieces and nephews. I have 2 sisters. They are 22, 21, and 19. Turning 20 this Christmas.
Gotcha.
Right? And my parents are, what is it? My dad's 54. My mom is in her 60s.
Okay.
Right? I'm 24 years old. My girlfriend is 24 years old. I don't want to do that. I've had nieces and nephews. You know what I like the most about them? I can give them back.
Yeah.
They can go right back to their mommy and their daddy after we go to Pizza Hut. Or after
What
we go
about the
out.
richness of fatherhood, brother?
Which I will get there. I think
You think?
I
Okay.
think that
That's
arrow
fine.
is going to strike me in the
That's
heart
fine. I was wondering.
in my early 30s.
That's fine. I
I
think
think-
it'll be, maybe even late 20s. It sounds like you're with someone you want to be with forever.
I've been with Ashley, my partner, since 2019.
Okay.
So we've been together 6 years this Christmas.
When are you going to drop the fucking question?
When I have
She'll
enough,
like that I asked that.
I have
She's
enough
like, I
money.
like this guy. He's
I
good.
like it. No, we were listening to the episode last night on the way back with Patrick, and Patrick said that no, she broke up with me because I didn't propose, and Ashley goes, ah! And I go, okay. She knows I don't have enough money to buy her a ring that she wants. You know,
Just save the money.
and,
Up. Start saving.
oh yeah, dude, hand me that battery.
Yes, my
I need
bad.
nicotine.
My bad.
I need nicotine
Forgot.
right now. No,
Save up.
and she knows she's not like, she also is one of those, she's a leftist, so she's not like,
She has TDS. Was she like this? Did you
she's,
bring home a book?
I told her about it, and she goes, he did what?
Okay,
And
cool. I'll send you. That'll be your gift.
it's super fun, dude. It's fucking awesome. But she's very like, I don't need the state to tell me I love someone. more or less. I don't need a piece of paper
That's a cool leftist.
to know that me
Sounds
and
like
you...
she needs to learn she's a libertarian.
more or less like she's more or less like very on the side of like she knows that we're together.
Yeah, why is a piece of paper different?
Why does a piece of paper
I understand that.
You know, but I guess her being a leftist has nothing to do with it. But
yeah, fair enough.
More or less, it's really just like we don't have to go get fucking married anytime soon because she knows that like I don't want to deal with anybody else. Like I don't want to go and put myself in a situation where I have to go date again. Fuck that. I don't want to meet other people. I meet other people and then I'm immediately like, have you met my girlfriend? She's great. Like she's my best friend. I don't have any need or want to try and
well, that's great, man. I'm happy for you.
You know?
That's amazing.
But eventually, I'd love to pop the question. I want to do it in a certain way, but I have to fucking get her to Canada. I know. Like, I want to get her to a certain place in Alberta because it's really pretty. I don't think she's going to listen to this, too. She watches RuPaul's Drag Race all the time. If she's not doing anything, she's watching Drag Race. So, like, honestly, I don't think she's going to pull the trigger on...
You're right. You're an hour in. Maybe you're safe.
Honestly, if I'm an hour in, dude, yeah, we're good. No, she'll fall asleep before anything. No, I want to get her to a certain place and hire a photographer in Banff.
Yep.
Alberta.
Banff is sick.
Dude, Lake Louise is fucking beautiful. So, like, that's where I want to propose.
That'd be a cool place to do it.
When I can do that, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, it's time. This is the time, you know? But I know that she's the one that I want to do it with, you know? And that's the kind of like the thing that I needed to know was I don't need to know when, I just need to know if. And I know that she is. But for us... What was the main point?
No, we were just getting around, you know, whether you're ever going to be a dad. I'm just trying to make you think about maybe someday being a dad, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she has she's what's called a pseudotumor cerebri. So she has a shunt in her head and a tube that goes down and drains spinal fluid.
Oh, man.
So if she was to become pregnant, she would have to get, one, we would have to know if we wanted her to become pregnant.
It's a whole thing.
Two, she would have to go get a surgery to either remove this tube and or change the tube's placement because it goes right down her stomach, right? To where, like, if she became pregnant...
Because that's where babies goes, the stomach.
Because that's where baby goes is the tummy, you know? So, if she was to become pregnant, there would be complications because she has foreign objects.
Dang,
so dude. That would be something that we have to more or less plan for.
Okay, fair enough.
So she's on birth control and we're in no way, shape, or form trying for children.
Right.
I have a cat.
This guy's pulling out.
Yeah, dude. I am
on the cat.
I am not because she is on birth control. Let's go. I trust the science. I trust the science. Trust the science. Let's go. That is gonna bite me in the ass. No,
that's
one's
funny.
Gonna come out with like 3 arms. Be like,
just call it Moderna.
Moderna?
Come on. Let's go.
Hey, this is my kid Moderna. Kick it around a little bit, will you? It'll give it some guff. Yeah, no, I don't. I've got a cat. So.
This is his big brother, Pharma,
Moderna, and Pharma.
Yeah, big brother. That's shit.
Big brother.
Come on, big Pharma. Sorry.
They're watching.
It's a stretch for a big Pharma joke here.
It's a walk. It's good though. It's a good walk. It's a walk when you get to see like a nice collection of plants. You're like, oh, those are pretty flowers.
Nice
I'm
walk. I like
glad
this.
I came on this walk. Yeah.
Dude.
No, I definitely would like to be a dad eventually, but it's nothing I'm rushing to. I think I'd rush more towards getting a dog, and I don't even want a dog anytime soon. You got any animals?
We want a dog, but we're trying to, it's money and time, you know?
Exactly. It just takes a lot of resources, you know? And we have a kitten. No, not a kitten. She's a baby. She's small, but she's like 2 or 3.
Oh, that's fun.
You know? I had my cat Wade that I had since like, I think 2019, 2020. We got him, right before COVID happened, so 2020. He just passed away right before we found out Wide Right was closing, so like maybe like a month or 2, maybe 2 months ago.
Damn.
So I'll
That
probably like
sucks.
hold on getting another animal until
Damn,
a year or 2 from now, but he was only 4, so it was like super soon.
Yeah.
He had a congenital heart defect. He had like fluid in his lungs, and yeah, it sucked. We thought we were just taking him and be like, oh, he has asthma. Let's go get him an inhaler. And they were like, you have to kill your cat today. You're like, I didn't think you were going to tell me that, dude.
Damn.
I didn't think you were going to give me that answer.
How much does that cost?
$2,000
to kill your cat?
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, dude. That yoinked our savings account there.
Did that like non-veteran veterinary medicine bill pass in Colorado?
I don't think
where
so.
They can have like fake vets.
Oh yeah.
Let me look it up.
I don't know. I think I voted no on that.
Pussy.
Dude, give everybody a shot.
Yeah, everybody needs.
I want to be a vet, dude.
Well, I mean, I just don't know why it should cost $2,000 to put down a cat. I think you can be ethical and it not cost $2,000, but
okay,
whatever.
Here's the thing, Sean. Right?
Whatever, dude.
All of these rules, dude. All of these things that they put in these fucking amendments, right? They're using tricky words, brother.
Dude, of course they are. All of it's tricky words.
They're using tricky words,
nice.
Dude. I was at that voting booth. Fucking
looks like it's gonna pass. What does it need?
What does that mean, dude?
Yeah, it needs 50%, and it looks like right now it's at 52. Looks like it's gonna pass.
What does that mean?
Means it would authorize veterinary professional associates to work in the state under the supervision of a licensed veterinarian. So basically, like, it lowers the barrier to entry to get into the profession, so that some people could, like, how there's PTs or PAs, so physician's assistant.
Yeah.
They're basically a doctor. They can issue prescriptions.
Yeah,
like this, but for animals,
but for vets. So why?
So why'd you vote no? Because of the advertising campaign and the way politics works.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
You thought it was evil, right? You thought it was going to kill animals.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it means.
Is that what you thought?
No, I don't know. I didn't know what it means. I was like, oh, these words. I don't know what a collection of these words right here means in my brain. So I'm going to vote no.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? That shit fucking is ridiculous. How the fuck? No, explain it to me like I'm a regular person.
You know, when I was voting, I was going through the judges. And I think there's so much positive pressure behind the judgeship and the bar that I just vote no on every single judge.
Do you?
And so I went in person to vote. And so I'm filling out my ballot. And the place where you vote, it's like low. And I'm fucking way too tall. And so I'm like going through no. It's a lot of fucking judges on this thing. So I'm taking knee for justice halfway through in my back. Finished filling out my nose.
Knee for justice. This is a real Colin Kaepernick over here.
Come on now. But yeah, finished all those no votes and then stood back up and finished the rest of the propositions and turned it in.
Oh my God, you're like, oh no, I'm doing this on the ground, dog.
For real, in the polling place, took a knee.
So I started, here's a real dumb thing
Where's my campaign Nike? Come on.
I did a real stupid thing. I took my phone out and while I was voting, and I searched every judge. And I saw whether they were appointed by the Democratic governor or the Republican governor.
And that's fun.
Right? And I got 3 judges in, and then I voted no for the rest of the judges because I was done searching. And nobody was like, hey, you can't use your phone. I was vaping in the election booth. I was sitting there like, but you had these walls up against you, you know? And I've been in a movie theater. I can hit a fucking jewel, you know? So I was like sitting there, and I voted on the computer too because I'm a tech whiz, okay? And I was like, I'm a real Robert Downey Jr., all right? So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit buttons on the screen.
Right.
I'm not filling in no Scantron, motherfuckers. You understand?
I did the Scantron.
I haven't held a pencil in years, okay?
Let me tell you, it was tough.
Right? You had to take a knee for justice.
Filling in those bubbles. I had to take a knee for justice. Those bubbles take so long, dude. That's exactly what you're
like,
talking about.
You need to fill the bubble in completely. I'm like, how about you point me towards the nearest screen, you cunt? You know what I'm saying? So I was in the little booth, and they had walls up, right? And I was just fucking vaping away, dude. I was fucking hitting my jewel. I was just
trying to get through the judgeship.
No. Those judges are not getting in on my watch, brother. Not on Jacob's watch. I hate law. I hate the government.
Well, I mean, that's why you like this book.
Yeah, I know. It's full of good ideas.
I was like, dude, they keep making blank books for the right. Why can't the left laugh at, like, have a blank book to laugh at?
I want that, dude. The blank books for the right. Dude.
They do. Do you remember back in 2016, there was a blank book that came out, New York Times bestseller, Reasons to Vote for Democrats. It was this guy that just graduated BA in Yale history. Michael Knowles published this book.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
and that made that much, it made so much money?
It makes money to this day every year for this guy.
Fucking Christ.
And so I had this idea 5 years ago. Before the last election cycle, I had this idea. And I've just waited, and I'm still and even this election cycle, another book came out, The Achievements of Kamala Harris.
No
went
way.
viral.
Really?
Blank bound book for the right. Again, I'm like, do people not recognize that people on the left will buy a blank book too?
Yeah, dude.
Now this holiday season, you can finally get your.
I want to put it on TikTok, and it might blow up.
You should, please do.
That'd be good.
Please do.
Dude, just like a not. Actually, you know what? Should I make
Help
one
me
right now?
Here's what you should do. Help me, since you're an internet whiz. Help me.
I'm a tech genius.
Tech genius.
I'm a tech genius.
Tech genius. Can you please help me?
I was born in Silicon Valley. I'm made of plastic.
With the youths. Mr. Silicon Man, Tech Genius, will you please help me with the youths? Will you help me find, how do I reach these kids?
I need to touch these children.
I want to touch the children.
I want to touch these babies.
Very, very good blank book.
I would love.
I want to. So JJ Alexander, I want to get him from the springs, and go to Boulder, and DU with tens and tens of these copies, and try to give them out to people.
Yeah,
like we kind of already experimented with that at the show on Thursday. It works.
Yeah, does it?
Get people with colored hair that are women to not look like they want to touch it, and then open it, look at it, and laugh on camera, and then push that to TikTok
and put that on. Yeah, like a man on the street type situation.
Bingo.
Awesome.
And then you have JJ there as Trump. And you can do content with him. A very good book. You want to read this book, let me tell you.
This book is full of so many of my great ideas.
Playing Trump with like actual leftists.
That would be really funny.
So if you want to help me with that, let's do it.
That would be really funny.
Make it happen.
I keep coughing, man.
Dude, you're fine. You're having fun.
I'm so sorry. I'm so apologetic, dude. I love next podcast I do, I'm gonna just take a fuck ton of edibles. I'm not gonna smoke.
Dude, you're doing great.
I'm gonna dose myself on Rick Simpson oil. I'm gonna take a bunch of crude marijuana.
Crude marijuana,
dude. Yeah.
What a phrase.
That could be
That's a good
unpotable or crude marijuana.
Crude marijuana going.
Yeah, dude. What do you like? You like frisbee golf?
I like disc golf. I played Ultimate in high school. I played like basketball and football, and then quit after freshman year and played Ultimate. We had like a really good team.
Ultimate's cool, man.
So fun.
Ultimate's fucking cool. Frisbee's fun.
That's big in South Carolina too.
Yeah, it is. We had an Ultimate team on our high school.
Exactly.
At our high school. So there was lacrosse and there was an Ultimate team. And I didn't do a single sport. But man,
that would be the one for you.
I was a jockstrap, dude.
Because you would like be able to smoke and chill and also play the sport.
Exactly. Like it's good. You don't have to run too much.
You run a lot.
Okay,
but
never mind.
But even at that, there's still stoners that play it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, okay. I like I said, I'm a jockstrap. I'm an athletic supporter.
Great teammate, this guy. Exactly. I was always a good teammate too.
I'm a good guy in the stands going, hey boys, you do it.
Nice.
Yeah. Good job.
Look at you.
Look at you guys go. Me, I'm going to be over here.
You did the thing.
I'm going to be over here on my phone. Yeah, no, I liked it. I was in theater before I went to 2 years of a regular high school. And then I transferred over to that vocational high school for cosmetology. So for my 2 years of vocation or regular high school.
Do you still do hair?
I mean, here and there. I cut Pat's hair 2 days ago before the roast battle. But not professionally. I lost my license. Not because I did anything bad, just because COVID happened and I never renewed it.
Yeah.
I lost it. I don't know where I put it. I've misplaced my license.
But you could get back if you want to do with hours or some other shit.
I would have to do more schooling, depending on Colorado's terms and stuff. But
hey, man, if they put a proposition on the ballot to let anybody people that
cut
love
hair?
Dabs cut hair, I'll vote yes.
Dude, they're gonna make it tricky.
Can dab heads cut hair? Yes.
They're not gonna put it. They're not gonna say it like that.
You're right.
They're not gonna phrase it like that.
Motion to allow for
idiots to. I'm like, oh, idiot. That's me. No. I'm not gonna. That's no.
It's always funny because they have to have like meetings and reviews, and then they argue for weeks and weeks and weeks and months leading up to elections about what the words are going to be on the ballot.
It's so tricky. How do you expect a regular stupid person to because the IQ of regular people can't be very high, right? Like the average IQ.
I mean, I've been around people like you have, and I don't think so.
Right? Like I don't even know what the average IQ would be. I don't even know what my IQ would be. But like. For someone like my brain to think, what would the average IQ be? It's got to be low. I don't think mine would be at the average IQ to think that the average IQ would be low. I think it's got to be like a dichotomy of like,
interesting.
More or less like, I can't be stupid if I think other people that
might be
stupid.
A funny bit that you can work at. There's something funny, really funny there of like, I think other people's average IQ must be low, so I'm clearly not low average IQ.
I've got to be like a high intellectual potential kind of guy.
Because if I was low IQ, I wouldn't think that, right?
Exactly.
That's
like,
funny.
I need the
think.
police station to hire me so I can solve crime. Like, this is insane. Why are so many stupid people out here? And like, if that's the regular person, if their IQ's at like, I don't know, for instance, let's say it's 60.
No, it's more than that. I think that's more, like legally that's challenged.
That's really dumb. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's say it's 80.
No, I think that's still bordering.
Oh, fuck. Let's go 100.
Let's go 85, I think.
85?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go 85, 90 to be nice. Okay, say everybody's at 90, right? Me and you were at 180.
No, that's Einstein.
I know, right? Me and you are Einstein level. Okay.
Wow.
We're real smart.
I like this thought experiment.
Physics, quantums, all of that stuff.
Quantums?
We know about it.
Let me tell you.
We're in there. We could practically go if we wanted to.
Right.
We could go to quantum
around.
Just like that.
And whatnot.
Yeah, we could figure all that out because we're real smart, right? So, like, let's imagine everybody's at 90 and we're double that. And these people are writing rules for the people at 90, but they're rules that only me and you can decipher. They're basically in Sanskrit.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
How are they supposed to vote?
I don't know, man. They do it every year, though. It's crazy.
This is
what representative.
This is the thing, man.
But that's what representative democracy is stupid people and people not affected by the issues voting on the things that affect those people. I mean, like, and a lot of the thing is like ruling class money being influenced into things that affect people's lives that actually the people's money don't get impacted by the outcomes at all. Like, other than maybe bottom line financially. And so they ruin people's actual lives because it's a horrible system.
It's insane. It's just like you can't even give people the chance to be able to get ahead.
Right.
You know?
Well, over the last 20 years, you've seen that as young people. I mean, as long as I've been engaged with the politics of America, which I would go back to 2008.
Yeah.
And Obama, and how, like, I was on Rand Paul for that election. And like, so, I mean, and
how
just seeing it since then.
2008 was happening.
I would have been 11.
You were,
and I was a pretty smart 11-year-old.
You were a woke ass 11-year-old, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
that
I was like
insane.
I was existentially questioning at like 9 or something. It was bad.
That's wild.
Yeah, not good. I don't recommend.
Did they give you acid?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Well, at least it's good that they didn't give you acid.
They were very much in, trying to give me medicine to make me not,
not existentially question.
Yeah, for sure. Since a young age. Yeah.
Because, like, usually acid's the one.
Yeah, like, you're thinking too much. Let's slow that down.
Yeah. Think a little bit more. Put a piece of paper on your tongue.
You don't want to do that.
That's crazy. Rand Paul. That's wild.
But, like,
I remember him. Are Republicans, like, against those Republicans now? Like, is the Republican Party now?
What's weird, and I was trying to explain this to 2 master's students on the last episode of Public Policy, is that Trump has obliterated the entire right establishment and the entire Democratic establishment through this last election.
Yeah, because the Democrats are basically Republicans.
The Democrats have become complete. If you look, I saw
to the right.
I saw a great graph of this, and I hope I can. Let's talk about it now, so that I have to go back and put it on this.
It's insane to where, like, Kamala's policies are.
Here is
wild
a graph of party coalitions since 2008. You can zoom in on this a little bit to make it a little better for you to see. Hang on. But this speaks really well to what you're talking about. So these are So in this quadrant on the upper right,
yes,
you have high education, high income.
Okay.
So
just the fact that Romney and Harris are in the same box.
So that's what we're getting down to,
right? So Dole in 1996, high education, low income. You got Biden and Clinton. That's holy shit, dude.
So this is what's happened in the American political landscape that I was trying to get across to these guys, that I was trying to, that led to my thinking that, probably there's going to be another populist vote like there was in 2016.
Yes.
Towards that quadrant, the lower left,
because Obama
which
and
is
Trump,
what Obama was,
which was
is
what
now Trump
is now Trump. So
so that's why the rhetoric around the leftists is so funny to me as someone that's a political observer from I want to laugh at both sides, because they're saying that Trump's Hitler, Trump's Obama.
Trump is Obama. Trump's not Hitler.
Trump's to the people.
Trump's
Obama.
To the people of the right that Obama was
to people.
Just to people.
Well, like, yeah. So to what Obama was to Americans.
To Americans, Trump is to mainly most of the people of America.
The people that Obama struck a chord with in America,
Yes.
those Americans are the same Americans that Trump strikes a chord with.
Yeah.
And I don't think you hear that rhetoric or that conclusion from political analysts on any major
on any
network.
mainstream MSNBC.
And you don't hear it in the public policy schools in the best apparently, because they don't come to this conclusion either. But
That's
it's
crazy.
so obvious to me as someone that steps back from both sides and is like seeing how we've evolved
Yeah.
since 2008 to now. Like, yeah, this is what's like this. I see this, and then
Yeah.
you get proven by
And
the
like,
data.
that's not based off of like policies or anything, is it?
That's putting again.
It's
we're looking
basically
at
just
the people
voters.
of what's the voters. Yes,
Wow.
Americans.
That's crazy, dude.
Crazy.
It's when you're looking at Obama's versus Trump's Trump 2024 run, Obama 2008 run. The policies and the way and the stature is two sides of a completely different spectrum.
Trump is actually getting lower income people than Obama did in 2012.
Really?
With higher education.
That's crazy.
Sorry, higher income but lower education.
Lower education. Wow. So the policies are completely different, but the outturn of voters.
So Obama's voters compared to Trump this year in 2012, Obama voters were a little better educated, but they made less money.
Okay.
Trump voters this year make a little bit more money, but they are much less educated than that base of Obama voters.
Wow, dude.
So
That's
that's
wild.
interesting compared to Trump's last election, where his voters were, in 2016 when he won the last time, they were more educated, but they made a lot more money.
They made higher income.
And then in 2020, his voters made less money, but they were more educated. And now it's swung all the way back to where
they are
very low income.
Low income.
And they are not educated.
Not educated. That's wild.
Or decent income, but not educated.
Yeah. Not as good as it was back when he was running in 2016 and 2020.
And Dolan Harris and Romney and Harris are in the same zone. We're like Harris voters this year compared to Romney in 2012.
Higher income.
So Romney voters in 2012, they were higher income but lower educated.
Lower education.
And Harris voters this year that were higher educated but lower income than Romney voters in 2012.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, it's wild. It's
so this representation of the Democratic Party representing the working people is not the case.
No, it's not.
And so when people throw up their arms and like try to think they understand this, you're getting upset about a false pretense of what the landscape is.
Yeah, he's grabbed on the attention of the working class, even though his policies may not reflect them helping the working class in specific.
Correct. And also those working class voters, whether they're better or worse off in comparison to a Harris administration, they believe they're significantly better off. And they
under
showed
a Trump administration.
And they showed up in every single state.
Dude, they showed up 14 million more.
Have you seen the graphs of the swings by county, by arrow shape?
Yes.
Yes, where they show arrows for every single county across the United States and whether they went right shift or left shift.
Yeah.
You can see that like the people who don't vote came out to vote.
To vote this election. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, another 4 years.
So I just hope and pray
16 to 20, I was 16 and then I was 20.
This was the first one you got to vote in, right?
Well, no, I never voted for Trump. I never voted for Hillary or for Trump because I couldn't vote. It's 2016.
But so this was the first one.
So 2020.
Oh, 2020, yeah.
Yeah. So I voted for Biden in 2020 because I wanted to be able to say I voted for a corpse. It was like, let's vote a dead person.
Yeah, Weekend for Bernie style vote.
Yeah,
it's
almost. I wrote a synopsis of a movie. It was basically a reboot of Weekend at Bernie's, but it was two staffers who walk in to the president and he is dead. And they just put sunglasses on him and move him around.
I mean, that's what the last 4 years have been. So
pretty much, dude. And it was.
See, the thing is, you can't write satire, but in reality, unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, The Simpsons have you beat. Yeah, no. So, this last one, it was just, I fucking genocide.
Yeah,
it was just like, you know what? There wasn't an embargo. And that's what if you did an arms embargo or weapons embargo, I would have considered voting for Democrats, but they were Republicans. They were Republicans. Like
well, and then you see, I mean, I guess your vote.
They were endorsed by the devil.
To give you some like peace in your vote, Jacob.
When I say I wrote in my dad, I'm not
within 24 hours of the election results coming in, Hamas, the leadership of Hamas, says they want to find a peace deal with Israel.
Yeah.
Okay. Russia, Putin comes out and makes a statement and says he wants to find a way to have a peace deal with Ukraine.
Really?
Within 20, he's not even in office.
Yeah.
And the world's, and this is coming from, the perspective, the modern perspective is that, well, we're being laughed at from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's articles coming out this week, like in Sweden, people are like seeking more care for therapy and talk stuff because they're worried they're going to be like, affected on. It's like we've all come to this like lie that it isn't the case that he's not on good terms with world leaders.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I think the main
I'm
issue,
hopeful
that
he
in
crosses across the aisle and says, okay, people, I got a mandate from the people that I don't get to be a dickhead. I don't get to be a ruler or a tyrant or whatever, but I do have to take steps to move forward policies that people voted me in for. That includes peace and good things, hopefully, for working Americans.
Dude,
we'll see if it actually helps working Americans, because I have my doubts, right?
Yeah, no, but 4 years will tell. Like, if in 2027, by the time 2027 comes, if gas is still fucking $3.80, I'm going to be like, okay, you guys are saying there's going to be cheap gas. It's the same, if not higher than it was right now. So, like, groceries, they need to go down. Groceries need to go down. Gas needs to go down, even though that's not what the president does. The president doesn't declare gas prices. He doesn't. But it is now $2.
You know what's fucked up about the world we live in?
They put fucking things into order that makes that happen.
You know what's fucked up, but is true also, I think, is that the president doesn't control grocery prices, but if the heads of all of the 5 companies that make all of our food have enough respect or are terrified enough of the president and the president taking action to come for their bottom line, that they just course correct.
Yeah.
Then fuck
grocery
if the president doesn't have an impact.
Yeah, 100%.
If
it's not like the president's going, turn them down. He's doing the president is doing something to then affect groceries.
And as someone who studied economics, I'm a little worried about his perspective on tariffs. I'm interested to see how he's going to pull that off, because tariffs in any economic study equal worse outcomes for consumers, higher prices, worse supply.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work. I think what will have to happen for his plan to work, if it was to work, would be that, again, the same type of thing with the grocery companies, China and other manufacturing bases will bend their knee at fear or respect for shared cooperation towards an outcome, or bottom line security for both parties.
Yeah, and if they don't, then
they're going to. And that's the cool thing about being the hegemonic power, as dark and twisted as this funny reality is like, if you got 3 times better and more guns than everybody else, then you either twist your arm to come around to the side, or we point the guns
at you. Yeah, exactly.
And then you come around.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I think in policy standpoint,
but you don't really say that in a debate, right? He doesn't get to be like, listen, they're gonna love these tariffs, or I'll nuke the fuck out of them.
We're gonna point the guns at them.
Yeah. So, but like, that is the reality of what the situation is, I think.
Yeah, I think that if I have anything to say about the next 4 years in terms of a Trump presidency, I hope that, one, there is peace throughout.
I hope
the two things that are happening right now that are very, very substantial, which is Ukraine and Russia, and Israel and Palestine. I just hope that gets. I hope that gets resolved. Right.
Israel needs to stop bombing Russian air bases in Yemen and Syria, like escalating things and bringing Iran into this.
100%.
What the fuck are we doing?
And it's insane that it's gone this far. Like The Hague put out a fucking thing for Netanyahu, and it's like
what are we doing?
And that was months ago, dude.
What are we doing?
Months ago.
What
and like nothing has happened.
We stepped into
it's
where
crazy. We're in Rick and Morty. It's insane. I also think, if I have to say anything about the next 4 years, to all of my trans friends, buy a gun, because I don't think that it's the president that you need to be scared about. I think it's the people that have gone so far into loving what he stands for, not even being a patriot. I think that what sucks now is that MAGA,
I think they love an extension of what he stands for. It's even gotten worse. They love a removed community from his actual.
For them, MAGA is like is a synonym for patriot,
Yeah.
for a patriot. And that's not what patriotism is.
Nor I think is it what really MAGA actually represents if you really dig down to what it is.
To where like a lot of the people misrepresent it.
Like how I shouldn't blame leftists for not understanding the scope of the truth because they've been propagandized through an entire system for years. Why is it fair for me to be like, no, I'm going to abandon the hope of like bringing you back into the fold of like civil discourse? No.
Yeah, exactly.
For the people on the far right, it should be the same thing. We should be like, okay, you've been propagandized to this extreme.
Just because somebody is like, hey, I feel like I'm a woman and I want to be myself, you shouldn't say, oh, that person's a threat to me, my family, and my children. It's just like,
Absolutely
okay,
not.
well, if that's how some people think, my best advice is to the people on the opposing side is use what they stand for, which is they love the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
People on the right, the people that are so far into, they're going to take my guns. No one's going to take your guns. If you love guns so much, I recommend every single person who is transgender, who is gay, who is scared for the next 4 years, get a fucking gun. Go and get your concealed weapons
And
permit.
learn how to use it.
Learn how to use it.
And
Go use this amendment to your benefit and carry.
Also, I saw this, and this is great advice, I think. And I wish I would have done this more throughout my younger life. Right? If you're worried about this administrative shift, take the time to take 30 minutes to write down your worries. Like really write down what you think might happen, your concerns for the communities you care about being attacked. Write all this down. And then in 4 years, come back and actually read these things, because I promise you, for 95% of people and 95% of the things they're going to write down, the president doesn't impact their lives.
Yeah.
And the red tape and failed lubricant of bureaucracy won't follow through with executing, even if all the cards are stacked in the favor.
Yeah, and that's like the only thing that we can do is hope that that's the end result, is that you write all of your things down and in 4 years you come back to your paper and there's not a single check on that paper.
Yes.
And that you can say, okay,
and then
now
you need to step back.
Yes. That the government and whoever's in power
yes.
does not affect me as a person as it comes to me being
my
myself,
life, yes.
my life,
living my fullest
potential.
Yes.
That it doesn't, that I just hope, and I'm not saying that's the fact.
Yes.
It might not. Shit. In 4 years, it might be the fucking Handmaid's Tale.
Who knows?
Dude? But
like if you don't do that, you won't know.
You won't know.
And then if you
Jot
do
it
get down to that point where we don't have any check marks, and step back, whichever side, step back and say, oh, why did I come to this misconclusion? Who led me to this misconclusion?
Yeah, exactly.
And then actually tether your life to your life and not fall for social media and all these things that we talked about that aren't really your life.
Yeah, which is why that's why I think that like children at a young age are so impacted by social media, and like it shouldn't be
so unhealthy.
That shouldn't be how.
Because you already, when you get out into the world, as it used to be pre-social media, had this keeping up with the Joneses problem. Now we've just amplified this problem into something that we use 8 hours a day.
Dude, like you wake up and it's the first thing you go on.
Like you're waking up into creating a psychological bad effect for yourself. It's like it's not it. It ain't it for youth.
It's not.
You need
not
to
for
know.
Not for people that haven't like fully developed the frontal cortex.
Like
of their
truly,
brain.
it's got to be it's
like if you can't. All right, so you can't smoke fucking pot.
No, back that away from the microphone. Just doing some weird interference thing. No, you're good.
You can't smoke. You can't smoke fucking pot until you're 18 medically.
Right.
You know, you can't smoke pot recreationally until you're 21.
And honestly, you should have to at 18 be able to prove through like a very basic test,
cognitive
that you're
functional
able
test.
to use. You should be able to use these tools.
Yeah, 100%.
They don't just hand people, tools that hurt, that can potentially really, really fuck up their head, because you can fuck up your body.
Somebody a knife.
Yes, you're allowed to fuck up your body whenever. Like you're not, but yes, you are. right?
Yeah, because it's freedom of you're
not, but also you have freedom, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you're gonna walk into the hospital with 1,000 cuts. You're gonna walk into a hospital with 1,000 cuts.
But it's way easier to heal the physical. Like the attention to the physical is actually a lot easier than it is when you get the long-term, long-set mental issues and struggles that come from the coupling of social media at a young age.
Yeah, it's crazy how people are just like okay with handing a child an iPad. I mean, like, go for it. You know,
I've told this story.
Crazy.
I was on a trip and I headed back from this trip, and one of my fraternity brothers were in an airport in JFK. He goes, "Hey, you want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings?" He's 2 years younger than me, and we go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and the entire time we're at the Buffalo Wild Wings, he watches Friends on his iPad and doesn't talk to me. And yes, we've been on a trip for 10 days together and all this kind of thing, but like that was when I was like, oh shoot, we have a problem here for people. Because this isn't not a smart dude. This isn't a not engaged dude. This isn't, we've got a problem.
Yeah.
And like, this is going to start having...
This is a fully functional adult.
What happened then? We had COVID for the next 2 years. So that problem got a whole fuck ton worse and aspirated and amplified.
Yeah, no, if anything, it didn't make it better. COVID held people in to make people feel like it was okay for them to just hide away in technology. And I'm no better than anybody else. I fucking play video games way too much, But
I still don't think I got it. I'm doing this wrong, I think.
No, it's all right. This guy's weird. It's
I thought I got some when I tried to ask
we'll get you a real
let me
dab
get you
here soon, dude.
I can hide you here and then we'll get off camera and we can hang out for a few minutes before I gotta go to work.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're getting down to the minutes. Yeah, no, I think it's crazy. I mean, there definitely needs to be like a look at it all and kind of like an outward kind of, like you said, take a step back, look at all of it.
But the only thing that even if I don't think the solution would be government mandates or NGOs or people need to for themselves decide that they're going to
out, hey, we shouldn't be just like shoving this shit in kids' faces. Like that's how I feel. Like that. If I ever have kids, I'm never going to go the route and just be like, here, have this iPad. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, you'll have a phone to contact me.
Right.
But I don't know. Being on social media,
I think we'll look back and we'll be like, this was a bad era.
This is not, I'm not going to let my kid have that. This is not for my child,
Well, you've heard of this country called England?
Hey, that's crazy, dude. I think I'm from that place. I'm from that place.
They got this super silly little thing they do over there called knighting. You've heard of this?
It's when they take the swords.
The swords, yeah.
Yes.
Well, here at Top Shelf Studios, after a long form conversation, I'm doing the hiding. Because all my life, people have been like, hey, I got a couple inches, and how's well up there, and shit like this. What I've come to learn, now that I've got this prefrontal lobe that's settled in, is that these vessels are just vessels. They're vehicles we drive daily that we get judged on more than probably much else in our existence. We get judged on these vessels that are not linked to really who we are.
Not whatsoever.
And so after a long form conversation, I'm happy to try to give you a heart height, get you heighted, and hopefully send you out into the world with some renewed perspective on that meat suit conclusion and fact of our existence. How tall do you stand physically, Jacob Humphries?
On my license, 5'7".
What about on Tinder?
I have not been on Tinder in years, dude.
In years.
Years. I think
Jacob
I was 5'5".
Humphries. I heart height the 6'4".
Wow.
I don't want to give you too much.
No, that's actually
you're
really
a very
nice.
caring guy. If you come around to being a father someday, I think I'm going to throw some extra hard inches on there.
Oh, dude, I'll get to 6'6".
I think you're a very compassionate and you think, and that's cool to meet someone else that thinks. And I like,
Thanks,
that you're
dude.
out in there in the world taking dabs and thinking.
Yeah, dude. I don't like the aspect of like, oh, you smoke weed, so you must be a moron, And it's like, yeah, I smoke a lot of hash. It's my thing. I don't go get drunk every night at the bar, I don't drink alcohol. I like to smoke weed and, think about what makes me happy. And honestly, I've been getting very heavy into politics in the last few years, in the last like 4 or 5 years. So like, now being able to more or less not be completely like versed in it, but know where I stand is really nice. And
next election, you're going to be able to read a proposition and know what you're voting on.
Honestly,
you have a prefrontal lobe. It'll be a whole.
That's a very high outlook on where I'll be in 4 years.
Well, I'm hopeful.
I'll be able to read the name. I'll be like, I think I know who that is.
I've heard of him.
I've heard of
or
them.
her or them.
I've heard of this non-binary person. Man, I can't wait for our next president to be named Soap. It's gonna be good.
President AI Soap.
AI Soap. Yeah, dude.
Where can the people find you, my brother?
You can follow me on Instagram, Trash Compactor. That is CHRASH Compactor. I'll let you spell the rest of that one out on your own. And then TikTok, it's Trash Compactor, but there's a dot in between trash and compactor.
Fuck yeah.
That's me, man. I'm at all the open mics. If you're a comedian, you probably know me. You've probably seen me. You probably don't like me. Or you love me.
Oh, he's great. What are you talking about?
Who knows, man? Sometimes people are like, that guy, he's too pale. I don't like him.
Come on, you can't stop that.
He's got low iron. I don't want to be around him.
People probably don't like me because I'm tall, but what am I supposed to do about that?
Dude, I like you because you're tall. You're protective. This guy's like my bouncer. I need him more around more, dude.
Watch out.
Yeah, he has a shotgun on him.
Go see him do comedy or else.
Or else, dude. Yeah, we'll come find you.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. I figured out I really need to change my posture.
Dude, you're looking great.
I should have the microphone all the way up here. Sean, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a real pleasure. I've had so much fun to
follow him. Keep your eye out. We're hopefully going to do some sketch stuff around the books. Check out the book if you want a gift for the holiday season. If you got a liberal in your life that wants to laugh.
It's so funny and it's full of really good stuff.
Good stuff. The best. The best.
The best, folks. It's some of the best stuff, frankly.
A lot of the best. A lot of things he knows best.
Dude, this has been great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. Let's run it back sometime. Hopefully we do get to do a live one.
Oh, that'd be great. Dude. Thanks again.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate all your support and love. Bye. Fuck off and be well.